Chapter 22. Confronting the Past. Wes. It's another home game. We have all the advantages against this team. And yet, I can't get my mind in the game. I keep removing my gloves, putting them back on and repeating my mantra, gloves on, ice and movement. But the only movement I keep looking for is Lydia in the stands. I thought maybe she would be here. I never asked her to come. But now that we're sleeping together, I thought maybe she would want to be here. I spot Jonathan out of the corner of my eye, and the memory of her smiling at him flashes through my mind. Before I know what's going on, I slam into him, pressing him against the glass. Sorry, I say and quickly detangle myself. But the way she put her hand on his arm is making my blood boil. What the fuck, Wes? Jonathan says. We're on the same team. I give him a shrug and try to get back into the game. It's my job to make sure the other team doesn't get a chance to score. I follow their movements, but a blonde head in the audience steals my attention. I run my eyes across the masses until I find it. It's not her. The opposition makes a break for it, and I get into position. With some quick movements, I take control of the puck. Jonathan is open to my right. I glare at him and pass to JD instead. He has to fight to keep the puck, but he gets it out of the defensive zone. I struggle to keep my mind on the game and not the audience, and barely avoid making any more mistakes for the rest of the game. As we leave the ice, I look over at the audience again. She isn't there. I grimace as I spot Chloe though. I could do without her being here. What the hell was that performance out there, Porter? Coach asks as we're removing our gear. Did you forget how to play? Sorry, Coach, I say and stare at my skates. It won't happen again. You bet your ass it won't happen again. Out there, your head needs to be in the game. If you can't manage that, you'll have no shot in the big leagues. That goes for all of you. He turns to the rest of the room and dishes out his usual admonishments. I get dressed as quickly as possible. What if she was here and I just didn't see her? Maybe she'll be waiting for me outside. Grabbing my things, I tell JD I might catch up with them at Lucky 13 later, but I need to go home first. I hurry out to the parking lot. The usual amount of puck bunnies are hanging around, but my eyes skip over them. Great game, Chloe says as she comes up to me. What do you want? I have my car keys ready. I need a favor. I sigh. No, Chloe. You can't keep coming to me for favors. But it's about Max. I need you to take her tomorrow. Until Sunday evening. I know you cheated on me. I can't even look at her. A year of my life. That's how much time I wasted thinking we were in love. What? She laughs, but it's hollow and sounds fake to my ears. You heard me. I know you cheated on me while we were together. That's a lie. I don't know who told you that, but I would never. So you weren't at Fredman's hooking up with musicians? She's stunned. What? No, of course not. I know you were. There's no point in trying to deny it. She rolls her eyes. Fine, but everyone knows musicians don't count. Everyone sleeps around a little. I didn't. I was faithful to you. She scoffs. You cheated on me with your beloved hockey. Do you know what it's like to never come first? To have to make all your plans around practices and away games? Every time I wanted to go out, you made excuses. They're not excuses. Hockey is my future, and I thought you would be more supportive. After all, you grew up with hockey. Yeah, and I saw what that did to my mom. I thought you would be different. I shake my head. It doesn't matter. It's not the same as cheating. I can't believe you thought it would be okay to sleep with someone else while we were together. She doesn't even look apologetic. It's as if none of it matters to her now. You know, I pull a hand through my hair. I thought we were in love. We were. But sometimes one person isn't enough. You weren't enough for me. I can't take this anymore. I walk away. Wait. She runs after me. What about Max? What about your current boyfriend? Maybe he can look after her. Her cheeks taint slightly pink. I have no idea what you're talking about. All I know is that Max needs you. Sighing, I rub my temple. I have an away game tomorrow. I can't take her. Can't one of your friends look after her? No. I already asked. You're my last hope. There's no one else. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. I count to 10. Fine. I'll figure something out. But you can't keep doing this. You have to make other arrangements. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I promise I will. She smiles, and for a moment, I see the woman I first fell in love with, the happy woman that was so eager to wear my number at the games. I had our entire future planned out. But I guess life doesn't work out according to plan. I'll bring her by tomorrow morning. She's already backing away, as if she's afraid I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to have to find someone to help me out. The bus leaves at 2, and we won't be back until late at night. That's too much time for a puppy to be alone. I just have to find someone.
Chapter 23. Dog Sitting. Lydia. I wake up Saturday morning to a text. Rubbing my eyes, I reach for the phone. I was hanging out with Trisha and Prez last night, and even managed to get them to Lucky's in the hopes of running into the hockey players. And after all the trouble I went to, Wes wasn't even there. I bury my head in my pillow and want to scream. What is wrong with me? A guy makes me come a few times and I go chasing after him. That is not me. But the disappointment when he wasn't there still haunts me. Maybe I should have texted him. Maybe I should have gone to his game. I'm acting like he's my first crush. Crush. I sit up in bed. It's not a crush. That would be ridiculous. It's probably my period hormones. It started yesterday, and it's messing with my thoughts. At least it's an excuse to take it easy today. I shake my head and check the phone. It's barely past 12. I groan and open the message. Hey, do you think you could dog sit for me today? I blink at the message. I check who it's from. What the heck? Wes wants me to dog sit. I take a pained breath. Right, because he has a dog with his ex. I blink again and try to wake up. He seriously can't be trying to get me to dog sit his ex's dog, can he? Whose dog? I wait for the dots. My stomach churns. It's too early for this. I'm stuck with Max today. Chloe is going out of town. But I have an away game. Can you help me? I'll repay you in orgasms. My core clenches. It's not like I have plans today. I was going to get some studying done, and maybe see if Trisha and Prez wanted to hang out later. But honestly, I wouldn't mind spending the day in the company of a dog. Please? Everyone I know is going to the game tonight. I sigh. I love dogs. If it was up to me, we would have one, but Ellie doesn't want the responsibility. Fine. I'll dog sit. I'll be right over. I get dressed and wash my face. I contemplate putting on some makeup, as I'm getting dressed in sweats and a loose t-shirt, but the doorbell rings. I open the door and find Wes and the cutest Labrador ever. Hi, I say. Wes is staring at me. I run a hand through my hair. I forgot to brush it. What? I ask, self-conscious. Nothing. I've never seen you without makeup before. You're pretty. I don't know how to respond. So I clear my throat and look down at the leash. Oh, this is Max. Max is hiding behind him, so I sink down into a crouch and hold out my hand. Hello there, Max. We're going to hang out today. What do you think about that? She sniffs my hand, decides I'm good enough for company, and comes to lick my face. I grab her face and squish her about, laughing at the love I'm getting. I have to hold her back a bit as I get up, and she immediately tries to jump on me. Max, no, Wes says. Sorry, she's not really trained yet. That's fine. I look over at him. He's still staring at me. Come on in. He brings the dog and a large bag with him. Max immediately starts exploring the living room. So this is her food. There's some extra in there. And her blanket, she likes to lie on it, and a few toys. The rabbit is her favorite. I looked it up, and there's a dog park not too far from here. So if you could take her for a couple of walks and maybe play with her, that would be great. I listen to the instructions and nod. I know the park. Thanks again for doing this. I hope you didn't have to cancel any plans today. No, I was going to take it easy anyway. My stomach cramps and I put a hand on it. Are you okay? You look pale. Just my period. Wes nods. Oh. Sorry about that. I hope she won't be too much trouble. We'll be fine. Won't we, Max? Max stops sniffing the sofa and wags her tail at me. I'll pick her up as soon as we're back from the game, but it might be pretty late. Sure. Oh, and congrats on winning last night. His face lights up. This man really loves hockey. Thanks, I didn't see you there. I wasn't, but we were at Lucky's afterward. Some of the players were there. Maybe you could come to a game sometime. He almost looks as if he's holding his breath. I've been to games before. Right, he shrugs. Well, I should go. He heads for the door and I follow him. Look. He stops and turns halfway toward me. I'm sorry about how I treated your friend. It's been on my mind lately and you were right. I shouldn't have just left her there. I know now that Chloe isn't worth it. I give him a stern nod. I think Trisha is over it. In fact, I know she is. She introduced me to Larry last night and seemed happy to be by his side. I'll see you later then. Good luck on the game tonight. Thanks. I close the door after him and spot the dog looking at me. Are you allowed to eat yogurt? I'm sure Ellie wouldn't mind sharing. Max gives me a woof. Hold on, let me Google. I don't want to accidentally poison you. After a late breakfast, I set my laptop up in the living room. I have some assignments that I might as well get done today. It only takes about an hour before Max starts to get antsy. I take her out to the dog park and we play fetch for a long time. When we get back, she's tired, and I put her blanket on the sofa next to me as I work on my assignments. I'm almost done when there's a key in the lock. Ellie comes in. Hey, did you? She stops in her tracks at the sight of Max. Is that a dog? This is Max. I'm dog sitting her. Hello, Max. Ellie comes up to her and tries to avoid letting her lick her face. Max is standing on the sofa, eager to greet the newcomer. Whose dog is it? Ellie asks and scratches Max behind the ears. A friend's. I shrug as if it doesn't really matter. Well, now I'm almost sad I have plans with Dee tonight. I wouldn't mind spending some time with a puppy. How long is she staying? Just tonight. Oh, I have to go. I'm just here to pick up a dress. Dylan is taking me to a bed and breakfast. Sounds fun. Do you need money? I'm good. After Ellie leaves, I order some dinner and feed Max. Then we cuddle up on the sofa and watch a movie. After another walk, I play with her for a while. Thinking Wes will be there to pick her up at any moment, I start another movie and settle in. I doze off and wake up to a text. Max grunts in her sleep as I read it. It's from Wes, he's outside. I buzz him in and pull a hand through my hair. I was deep asleep. When I open the door, a tired-looking Wes appears. Sorry I'm so late. I rub my eyes and stifle a yawn. What time is it? A bit after 2. The bus broke down on the way back. They got it fixed though. Did you win? I step aside to let him in. Yeah, we did. Good. Max. Wes calls out to the dog. She grunts in her sleep again, her tail waving lazily as she settles. Max, it's time to go. We had a busy day, I say and yawn. We played and went for walks.
Was she any trouble?
None at all. He walks up to her and tries to get her up. Max, come on. It's time to go home. He moves to pick her up, but she whimpers, so he leaves her. I'm too tired for this. I just want to go to sleep. I stretch my neck. I must have slept in a weird position on the sofa. You could have come to pick her up in the morning. I promised I'd pick her up as soon as possible. I'm so tired, all I want to do is go to bed. Then spend the night.
Here.
Sure. Why not? I'm too tired to pack up all her toys and stuff right now anyway. Are you sure you don't mind? I yawn again. I don't mind. He bites his lips and looks at the dog. Then he nods. Come on, you can sleep in my bed. I'm glad my bedroom isn't too messy as I lead him in there. I pull off my sweatpants and climb under the blanket. He hesitates for a while, then he removes some of his clothes until he's in his boxers. I get warm, he says in way of apology. I just hold up the blanket for him, and he slides in next to me. Thanks for this, he says. No problem, I mumble, already drifting off to sleep. Chapter 24. Waking up not alone.
Lydia.
I'm warm. Not uncomfortably so, just cozy. I'm on my side and something is pressed against my back. A weight over my waist. I open my eyes and almost startle. A raspy tongue reaches out to lick my face. Max is wagging her tail, lying on the blanket. I move my head away from her and groan a little. She's adorable, but I'm not even awake yet. The weight at my back moves, pulling me closer. I can feel Wes nuzzling my neck as he gets comfortable. I free one hand from the blanket and pet Max. She stands on the bed, clearly eager for us to get up. When I turn my face into the pillow, she moves over me to see if she has better luck with Wes. Oh, he startles and squeezes me harder. Then he laughs. It's a deep, rumbly sound that reverberates through his body and into mine. I turn my head to look at him. Good morning, I say. Good morning. He makes no move to let go of me. I think Max needs to go outside. Right. He sighs and removes his arm. I can go, I say. I just need the bathroom first. Thanks. He flops over to his back, and I move Max out of the way so I can get up. I can't remember ever spending the night with a guy before. Especially not without sex. Or while I'm on my period. It's different from what I thought. Nice. Maybe I should let guys stay over more often. I finish my business and head back to the bedroom, where I put on a pair of jeans and a top. A glance out the window tells me it's sunny, and my app tells me I won't need a jacket. Wes is still in bed, so I pick up the leash and Max comes running. You like walkies, don't you? I coo as we head for the door. Are we a good doggy? I check the living room quickly and notice a torn-up decorative pillow. Well, maybe not that good. She looks up at me as I attach the leash. I know. It's not your fault you don't know what's off limits. But don't worry. The pillow wasn't even that nice. And I'm pretty sure Ellie hates it, so you did her a favor. We head out for a nice leisurely walk. I let her explore the scents around the apartment building and enjoy the sun on my skin. Once she's done her thing, we head back upstairs to the apartment. Wes is still in bed, and Max immediately jumps up on it to greet him. He rubs a hand over his face and looks so innocent. It's almost adorable. Sorry, he says and tries to push Max off the bed. Max down. She's not allowed on the bed, but I don't think she knows that yet. I don't mind. I shrug. Really? He sounds surprised. I just thought it was something most people hate. I don't need to ask to know that he's referring to Chloe. Maybe I should give her some breakfast, I say. Max, do you want food? She looks up at me and wags her tail. Come on. She immediately follows me, and I only get a glimpse of a half-naked Wes as he throws back the covers. I find the rest of the dog food and put some down for her. She acts as if she's never been fed before, and I shake my head as I change the water in her bowl. Oh shit. Wes stops in the living room, with his t-shirt only halfway down his muscled stomach. Oh yeah, I guess she didn't like that pillow either. I shrug. Sorry about that. He's already picking up pieces of fluff, trying in vain to stuff them back into the torn pillowcase. I'll get you a new one. It's not a big deal. Do you want breakfast? There's cereal and yogurt. I open the fridge. And orange juice. Sure, he gives up on the pillow and sits at the counter. I put out cereal, milk, orange juice, and a couple of Ellie's yogurts. Then I get bowls, spoons, and glasses and sit next to him. We eat our breakfast in silence. He clears his throat. Thanks for letting me stay. Sure. I hope I didn't snore or anything. I wouldn't know. I passed out when my head hit the pillow. Same. I think that was one of the best night's sleep I've had in a while. I refrain from telling him about how often I've cried myself to sleep the last year. And how nice it was to not feel alone. Max finishes her food and starts roaming. She discovers the broken pillow and goes for it. Max no. Wes gets up to take it away from her. He finds one of her toys and gives her that instead. I take the last bite of cereal and get up to put the bowls away. I should get going, Max says. I'll help you gather her things. I rinse her food and water bowl and dry them before one put them back in her bag, then I help Max gather up her toys and blanket. I owe you for this, Max says when they're ready to leave. I like dogs, I say and feel like a fool. He puts the leash on, and Max immediately wants to get outside. Thanks again for taking care of her, he says. You're welcome. As soon as he opens the door, Max darts outside. But Wes seems to hesitate. I'll see you on Tuesday, I say. Yeah. He lowers his head and swivels away. Bye, Max, I call out after them as I close the door. I blink. Dazed, I head back to the kitchen. There are 2 bowls in the sink, and the ruined pillow is still on the couch. But somehow it feels like a dream. As if last night and this morning never happened. I shake my head and open my laptop. Maybe it was all a strange dream.